Cornhole Court of Appeal is now in session. Today, the champs versus Darren, math who doesn't math, Bowens, and Mark, time or the line is merely a suggestion, Thomas. We have gathered to examine a handwritten grievance found on last tournament's final round scorecard. A note clearly written in a moment of despair and possibly of a broken marker. The complaint alleges Mark's foot clearly over the line on at least every other shot. And Darren was miscalculating, which is a bold accusation given that there was no math. Plaintiffs Todd and Robert, aka the champs, are presented today to speak on this matter. Matter of fact, you need to bing over here. The champs are present here today to speak on the matter, and despite my opposing opinion, the defense would like to give them an oral chance to further their case. We are now given a chance to make an opening statement. And to question one another's only witness. Today's presiding official, selected through an extremely rigorous process, is the Honorable Judge Mark Thomas. Your Honor, please come to the bench. All rise. There you go.
You may be seated.
Thank you. Champs, for your heartbreaking presentation or whatever that was. And now,
Is there opening statement, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Plaintiffs, go ahead with your opening statement on your case.
I just feel that we were cheated in the last cornhole tournament because of Darren's overexcitement and thinking that every bag going in was going to be in the hole.
Overruled accusation.
And Mark had the big fancy boots on, and I swear every other throw was over the line.
And I'll blame Todd because he always tells the truth. Like the internet.
That is clearly suspect.
It's like the internet, you never know.
Thank you, champs, for your hard recitation of that, whatever that was. And now, in the interest of the balance and the actual logic, the court invites defense counsel Meredith Hemmer to deliver her opening statement.
Thank you, bailiff. Ladies, gentlemen, and esteemed bag throwers, today the defense will demonstrate one truth, that Mark Thomas, VP, athlete, and part-time line interpretation specialist, is a man of integrity, honor, and unusually graceful footwork. The champs may present their claims, they may present their emotions, they may even present their adorable little note. But what they cannot present is evidence, because there is none. Mr. Thomas, in fact, committed no violation except hurting a few feelings and perhaps some fragile egos.
Because they were recorded.
Thank you, Counselor. We will now hear from our witness, Mr. Thomas. Can you please stand, or I guess just move slightly
Oh, this is already unfair.
to your left to indicate you switched roles from the judge to now the defendant. Mr. Thomas,
Same boots
please
on.
place your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, even if the truth indicates your foot may be over the line for certain unflattering angles? So help you in your bags.
Yes. I do, and I'd like to note that the lighting of our house is certainly a contributing factor to these outrageous accusations. The floor tape on the line was clearly done by a juvenile. You know, it was not even right. It's even suspect as to whether or not the distances are even appropriate. But I'm sure that the innocence. I did nothing wrong and never did.
All right, Mark, that oath was just kind of warming up, saved some real bad. Plaintiffs, Robert, Todd, you may now approach the stand and begin your questioning, and remember, this is a court of law, well, sort of. Try to look serious, or at least the first 3 seconds. Gesturing to Todd, Rob, come on up. Defense?
Yeah, I believe this clearly falls on her, because he decided his life probably for somewhere in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
So it's clearly
Her
shifts
fault.
back to her.
Yeah.
Good job, her.
Is there like a question somewhere?
Yeah, what's that, Miss Charlotte? You have to measure.
Do I have to take measure? You did not bring what you need to defend yourself in court of bags today?
No custom bags. You're nobody, you're gonna have nobody, if those like 15.
So the lighting was a problem, huh, sir? That's the
The lighting
situation.
was a contributing factor, if indeed it was correct, which it is not. I contest that it was a fallacy.
I feel that you were having Darren distract us by his every throw is going to be in the hole while you were stepping over the line and throwing the bags.
I would surmise any shining object would distract you.
No, that's just squirrel kid.
All right, let's see.
Clearly, that's all my questions.
Defense? You may proceed with questioning now.
Thank you, Bailiff. Mr. Thomas, please tell the court in your own words what happened that day.
Thank you, Counselor. You are so talented. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, the events of that fateful day were legendary. There I stood, a humble employee of Link, minding my own business, gently tossing bags under the board like a graceful cornhole kid. My opponent, the chumps, looked at me with deep concern, not for safety, not for fairness, because they saw the scoreboard climbing faster than the morale. As for Darren miscalculating, if by miscalculating you mean accidentally throwing better than usual, then yes, he is guilty as charged. In conclusion, I stand innocent. My foot stands innocent. Darren's math skills, well, they remain a mystery. And the champs should remember it's not about winning or losing, it's about gracefully accepting that they lost badly. I rest. Well, I guess you rest my case. I'm really not sure how it works from here. Am I dismissed?
Just one or two more clarifying questions. Mr. Thomas, did you intentionally attempt to gain an advantage by stepping over the line?
Absolutely not. In fact, I believe the line was inching toward me. There's magical things that happen in the underground, things that can't be explained. We should be questioning the line's behavior, not mine.
And how would you describe the champ's moods and reactions during the match?
Honestly, they went through all 5 stages of cornhole grief. Denial, anger, scoreboard checking, more anger, and writing that stupid note.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. You may step down. Or slightly to the right, since you're our judge as well. I just have a few questions for the plaintiffs now, if I may. Now, for the champs, gentlemen, you are invited to respond, but based on what we heard so far, I have full confidence your answers will be just as informative as your opening statement, so please feel free to plead the fifth. When you claimed Mark's foot was over the line, was it Mark's right foot that crossed the line, his left foot, or did the line itself move under the pressure of his legendary throws?
I feel
Just remember, you're in the court of law here.
One throw was the right foot, the next throw was the left foot.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fascinating. I'll add that to the list of things that technically count as testimony. Number 2, at the moment of this alleged infraction, were you watching his foot, the bag, or your hopes and dreams sliding off the back of the board as the score approached 22-7?
I'm gonna have to say it was a little bit of all three, I'll be honest.
Beautiful. Thank you for the answer, which somehow managed to say everything and nothing at the same time. And my final question, do you have any video evidence, drone footage, thermal imaging, or perhaps a notarized witness statement?
I've got my notarized witness right here, and I was hoping possibly she had video.
Well, I appreciate the enthusiasm. Tangible evidence would have been nice, but here we are. Your Honor, the plaintiff's responses have been enlightening, not necessarily useful, but enlightening. Their testimony clearly demonstrates only one thing. They remain deeply committed to being upset about losing. The plaintiffs would have you believe that Mark Thomas, a grown man with a respectable job, woke up that morning and said, I think that I will win through the illegal extension of my big toe. But the truth is simple. Mark threw well, Darren threw surprisingly well, and the champs threw the complaint. Therefore, Your Honor, the defense respectfully submits that this entire case is not about footballs or math errors. It is a philosophical dispute about the nature of competition, the flexibility of chalk lines, and the fragility of pride when confronted with the embarrassing final score of 22-7. We trust the court will rule accordingly. The defense now rests.
After reviewing all the evidence and their incoherent rambling, the accusation of my own flawless athletic performance, the court finds the note submitted by the champs lacks credibility. The champs' handwriting suggests emotional distress in a non-post-secondary education. And most importantly, the court has determined that foot placement is a mere guide, not a rule. Unless the score is close, which it absolutely was not, 22-7, we should have cleared the room of all the women and children so they didn't have to witness that aspect. Therefore, the court officially overrules the request for review, and this case is dismissed.